Friday Foursome, finally. I won't be able to film anything in the coming 3 days because I have stuff to do. I have a game on in the background, which is irritating me now. It's, I think it's Fable, actually. It's a good game, though. But I'm in the way. I should, how about this? I'm not gonna have time to do videos. I'll be home Friday afternoon, but I'll be knackered. Doing it now. I'm knackered now as well. So, but Friday Foursome, Novabug, Chris, good friend Chris. I've missed a lot of Friday Foursomes. It's just, but this one I'm in it. The foremost irritating aspects of gaming. The four most irritating aspects of gaming. I think I'm gonna need my cowboy hat for this. Am I still visible? See, I have a big head, so cowboy hats don't really... It looks stupid, doesn't it? Forget it. Number one. When stuff doesn't work. I mean, gaming is all about technology, right? Whether it's a console or a PC or even a board game. But when stuff doesn't work, that is one of the major irritations. Especially in PC gaming, you know, I upgraded to Windows 10 not long ago, and you know, my head tracking device doesn't work, my controller doesn't work. If I want to connect like a PlayStation controller to the PC, you have to have software, and the driver doesn't work, and you plug it in and you plug it out, and things change, and all of a sudden the thing that you wanted to do stops working. That sucks. So I'm going to sit like this. And I don't want to spend time fixing things. I've spent time fixing things see, it's Fable. I'm going to turn it off. I think messing with the color. I've fixed things a lot in my life, and I used to like it, but now I just want stuff to work. So if you want to sit down and your console breaks down, or updates fall in this category as well. I mean, if you want to update, or if you have to download something and the PlayStation Network is down, how about that? You know, I mean, if your cartridge doesn't work or your disc is scratched, that kind of thing. I hate that. Number two, another irritation in gaming is controls. I mean, some games, they get it right. God of War, in my case, gets it right. Elite gets it right. The Nintendo and platforming. Have you ever thought about how difficult it is to get the exact mechanics that Nintendo do, even in Mario Brothers on the NES? That is mastering game physics. But many programmers haven't mastered that, and some games just get it all wrong, and the games become unplayable. How about uh, uh, this game? I mean, I know it's SquareSoft and all. Kingdom Hearts. It's a nice game. You know, I'm not a super fan of it. Uh, but the camera position, it just doesn't make sense sometimes. It gets in the way. What if you're playing a game and the camera goes into a wall and you can't see what you're doing? I think that was a Lara Croft game. I just couldn't see my own character because something was in the way of the camera. And you sit down for a game and you can't play it because the game makes it too hard for you to play. That's an irritation. I don't get irritated that much. But when I do, I get really mad. Here's another one. Do you remember ever playing a game with a friend and Snowkey is a perfect example. Snowkey on the Commodore 64. It's one of those pixel perfect games, you know, where they didn't get the mechanics quite right. It's very precise, and it's really, really rock hard. Remember when your friend kept, you know, beating you at this game, and you were just trying and trying and trying until the sweat was like glistening on your brow and your back was wet and you were trying to hold down your anger? And I like gaming with friends, you know, but if someone keeps beating you and rubs it in, that's the worst. I used to have a friend, Frank, I've mentioned him before. I used to have and he could like be that insensitive, you know. I'd get white hot, you know. I'd almost go supernova, but I'd sort of hold it back, you know, don't explode. And he'd start rubbing it in. And I liked gaming with friends, but oh, man, there were afternoons that I just really, you know, I wanted to go home and do something else, just quit the frustration, but you know, on the other hand, you wanted to stay, so that's a social aspect of gaming the frustration of gaming when things just don't work out the way you want. That's that's my number 3, you know. You just can't contain yourself, and the thing where the only solution is to rage quit. And you break stuff. I've never broken stuff. I've never broken a controller or anything, but I have stormed out on several occasions, so yeah, that. The last frustration is to do with save games. You know, I'm personally very happy with games that offer you lots of options to save. Some games, they make you finish a section and then allow you to save, and sometimes these sections are pretty long, and you just this is like the Tantalus. What do you call it? I don't know the word. I know it in Dutch. Tantalus was the guy who pushed a rock uphill, and when he almost got there, it rolled back down again, and he had to start over again. That thing. So some games make you like put in all the effort, you know, and you do all the challenges, and you do them all again and again and again, and at the end you jump into a spike, or you get hit by a Medusa head and you die and you have to go back. You know, that's the save game that you're extra proud of. My irritation is that moment when you discover that that save game has been corrupted. Fuck, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do it again? All of it? Are you gonna do it again? All of it? Or are you gonna go on the internet and try and find a method of repairing your save game? You know, all is lost at that point, man. You either forget it or just, you know, sink your teeth in again and start from scratch. I don't know. That. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get the most likes on this one, but I did a foursome and I'm proud of it because I don't do them all. There's so many things that I want to be a part of, but I just can't manage to do it all. But the foursome, I always watch them, Chris. But here's my entry. So I'm gonna go to sleep now because it's late and I have to get up early in the morning and do stuff. I'm a photographer for the next 3 days. So see you guys.